the library where you can discover your next adventure. I am your host, the author, and tonight we join the USS Stavanger, the olive branch of the Shackleton, to play Star Trek Adventures, a tabletop RPG by our friends at Miltifius. Every week we continue our wild and wonderful adventures on the frontier of the Federation. And yeah, things kind of blew up in the Shackleton this week. Or like, this has been a bad month for the Federation for sure.
We've just now.
Can you kind of give us an overview of what exactly happened there?
I will once we get into the actual show.
Okay.
There's gonna be a news report. Don't worry.
All right.
And on that note,
Breaking news.
Yeah. Which I still haven't fixed that doodad yet. There's a doodad ad for breaking news, but it's not working. And on that note, let's set course for adventure for Season 1, Episode 17, Trouble at the Gates. Alright. Make sure this... I just reset that. Okay, this is why I had to use the other camera. I have to switch camera apps because apparently when I switch scenes and the camera's not actively being used, it resets. That's unfortunate.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you, engineers. Very well designed.
Yes. Loving this. This is amazing.
Ah, technology.
Yeah, in reality, I just need to get a new webcam. And this one's like a little too basic to actually do what I need it to. Okay, that's serviceable. Okay, sorry about that. So, when we last left off, the intrepid crew of the Stavanger was making their way across the Shackleton Expanse and into and towards Narendra Station to pick up their new ship. They were on board are these old, dark, rusty old Klingon troop transport ships, but the Klingons were friendly enough and kind of understanding, and they kept the roughhousing to a minimum on the way over. However, about 2 days out from Narendra, there is a major news report. Where's my music? There's a major news report that the USS Harpo has also been lost in combat. Strange, conflicting versions of the fight have come in. Some have said that there's a Klingon on bird of prey that was involved that has been disabled. An old crew lost. Some says that there was some sort of giant Borg thing, some giant space Kraken thing. It kind of feels like the scuttlebutt has warped this tale a little bit as it gets to you, and no official report has been written yet. So just very scary imagery and notations, and that not one but 2 ships have been lost in the Shackleton. And this, of course, is just fueling all sorts of anxiety and apprehension about the entire Shackleton in project. Veiled whispers.
Any reports of crew lost?
No crew was lost. The ship was remotely rammed into the target.
Huh. Wait, that was an option?
For them, apparently.
Their ship was also not, hanging on by a wish and a prayer. They did that.
Yeah, that's fair.
They did that before their ship got smashed.
True.
By the time we decided to go ramming speed, our ship was a bit broken.
So yeah, there's definitely a lot of scuttlebutt around about what's Starfleet going to do in response to this. Losing 1 ship was as bad enough, but 2 very violent encounters. Is the Shackleton worth it? Should we invest more into the Shackleton, or is this a sign that we should pull out? Smith, go ahead and give me a reason command difficulty 2.
Here. You can have a threat.
Do you have a focus in history?
Well, this is xenoarchaeology.
It's want to be xenoarchaeology.
Yeah.
It's
not
like Starfleet.
like that.
Starfleet protocols or history.
No.
Okay. Then roll flat.
Yep.
Gain a momentum. You remember way back in the dawning days of the Dominion War when the Yamamoto was destroyed in the Gamma. No, that wasn't it. That was the Odyssey. What am I thinking? The USS Odyssey was destroyed in the Gamma Quadrant by a blatant attack by the Jemadar. There was similar scuttlebutt going around of, should we just stop going into the wormhole? Oh, is this even worth it anymore?
Yeah. Given all the powers that are out here, it's better that we're here than leaving it to the people that are here that are really, really bad. At which point he's going to be writing up petitions to remain within the Shackleton.
Oh, you're gonna be writing up petitions? Okay.
Yeah.
What is your reputation and score?
It is a flat 3.
Go ahead and roll presence plus reputation with a automatic focus. It's gonna be difficulty 3.
Okay. And go ahead and take 3. I'm using my science score because it's the easiest.
Yep, that works. Nice.
That's exactly what you wanted.
Yep. So, tell us about this impassioned letter.
In my short time in the Shackleton Expanse, I have encountered entities who, if left unchecked, will spread their chaos, corruption, and their unfettered will of science to the galaxy as a whole. We have to maintain a presence here in order to keep the fragile peace that we have at this time. If not for the Federation, then for the powers as a whole. And I have to step away for a second.
Making the galaxy a better place. But as we're flying around,
We're the good guys.
Mike's not picking up the thunder, is it?
I don't hear it.
Alright.
I haven't heard anything.
As we're flying about, Venix and 3. Venix, you wanted to run a program and pass 3 and do some training with him. So you are on the holodeck of the Klingon vessel. You have your security team in behind you and a Klingon security team as well that can help out. But you also have the entire holodeck to do things in.
Okay.
And you're kind of like just standing outside the door. The programs. You can either like be typing the program in, or it's already set up, and you're just giving a debriefing.
So, 3. Since you have not had the benefit of the full academy training regime, what type of combat or military experience have you had, if any?
Commander, I am a pilot first and foremost, although I am trained in some hand-to-hand combat and the equivalent of rifle and pistol, although that varies from species to species, of course. And I know how to use these. And he's gonna flex the assimilation tubes out and pop them back in.
You may not want to display those. They tend to make certain people uncomfortable who have negative experience with the Borg.
Duly noted.
Since a good Starfleet officer is required to be many different things, not just a pilot or an engineer, I've developed a simulation to challenge and educate you on situations you might encounter in the field of being a Starfleet officer on the frontier.
Okay, what are the circumstances or orders I am operating under?
The simulation will simulate urban combat. There will be a civil war in progress. A truce fire was initiated, and a Federation medical humanitarian team came in, but were captured by a rebel commander who violated the ceasefire. And our mission is to attempt to recover them.
Understood.
You will face many different challenges that will test your moral, ethical skills as well as your combat skills.
As long as nothing involves a presence roll, I'll be fine.
Very well. Computer, begin simulation Venix 1.
Do-do-do. The computer chirps merrily, and the big doors opens up.
Klingon computers do not chirp merrily.
Yeah, it's more like an angry. It's like an angry beep.
It's satisfied but angry at you. All right, so we have a city. So we have a city street. We are not using that. We're gonna set up some rectangles. Are gonna be buildings.
And basically, this is going to be an urban combat situation. Lots of buildings, rubble.
Absolutely. And
Destroyed vehicles in the streets.
Burning garbage cans. Yep.
Yep.
I'm actually doing this on the map layer this time, so you guys won't trip over this stuff. Like rubble here.
Give me a couple minutes to get to my PC because I just got home, and I will be ready to.
Yeah, I have to draw this up anyways, and I was going to work with. I'm going to work with Phoenix to set the program up. So we have a building. Right. We have a couple old debris fields here. Let's have a burning car. I like that idea.
Like a budget holodeck here.
Hush you.
I mean, it is like Klingon troop carrier. It's not exactly going to be their highest quality, state-of-the-art stuff.
Yeah. And I just hit a bunch of buttons I didn't mean to on my... okay, car... That's sci-fi cars. Vehicles. There's that, and it's on fire. Arr. Okay. And our traits token, you wanted it to be a dark nighttime?
Yeah, twilight,
Okay.
smoky.
Smoky, and I'm also going to say ceasefire is a trait. Because as that would affect how the NPCs might interact.
Okay.
All right. Anything else we want to throw on the map?
No, I think it's a good start.
All right.
Just gonna improvise as you will.
Okay, got that. Loading in the NPCs in the background. Copy and then paste. Paste. And switching computers.
All right, there we go.
All right. Rainy weather, snowy weather, dust storms. All right.
What are the those things?
That is just random debris from like broken buildings, things and stuff.
Ah, rebel. Okay.
It's rubble. Unfortunately, Pebbles.
There's like a little rubble now and then.
Unfortunately, Pebbles is nowhere to be seen.
Oh. Gotta up our VXF budget next time.
I'm not exactly working for Paramount out Plus here. All right. You're on this side of the street. There's darkness. It's very smoky, and there's a ceasefire in effect on the city.
Well, they're supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
Right.
Cool. All right. Anybody in immediate sight? Friendlies? Bad guys? Civilians?
Not that you can see.
All right. Cool. Well, I would like to do a thing. I want to send out a subspace ping with my cortical array, and use that to see if there's anybody nearby.
All right, and the cortical array acts like a tricorder.
It acts like a. I should pull up my character sheet so I can read the exact thing. Okay, where is it? It's a subspace communications device. So basically, I'm pinging outwards to see if any other subspace receivers ping back. Assuming that would work.
I'm not sure that would work.
Okay.
Because unless they were like actively like responding to your ping, you can do like a broadband and shout on all frequencies. But unless they squawk back, you're not sure if there's anyone there.
Okay, how about this? We'll do the other way around. Listening. Is anybody using a subspace transceiver nearby?
That you can do. Reason. Engineering or security. I'm gonna lean to security based on the nature of this. Cortical rays making this possible, but
Focus in Borg tech or computers?
not computers, but Borg tech.
Cool. Alright. Take a momentum and 2 threat. I'm rolling 4. And here we go. Wow.
Obviously this is all simulated. It takes a moment for the a system to kind of pick up. Oh, I need to simulate subspace channel chatter for you, but it doesn't seem that there's anyone talking.
Cool.
But
So we're
you
looking
can't.
for...
But you can't be sure because as there is a bunch of like backscatter from like conversations are happening like across the horizon.
Yeah. Alright. And we're looking for captured Starfleet medical team, yeah?
Correct.
Correct.
Can I look for Starfleet IFFs?
You look for our Starfleet EIFFs. They are none in the immediate vicinity.
Okay, so they're either out of range or they've been turned off.
The rebels will not make it easy for you.
Of course not. Alright, well... That's...
How would you deploy your team to effectively cover the most amount of ground?
Well, being wary of ambushes. You don't want to walk right down the middle of the road, because you can get shot from everywhere. So, looking at the map, probably hugging the side of this wall, and then just do a single file line.
Okay. You would have some security officers that are like playing along on with you.
Mhm.
Support actors.
Good old training simulation.
All right. For that sneaking, control security. Difficulty 2. Brought down to diff 1 because as it is smoky.
Awesome. Okay. Alright, okay. Take a threat, I'm on 3.
Okay.
Boop.
Oof.
Goodness! Where are all these rules when I was playing D&D yesterday?
I don't think that the game wants you to do security things.
Apparently not.
I'm making disappointed looking notes on my notepad here, my clipboard.
It's really weird because their facial expression hasn't changed, but their writing has gotten a bit more furious.
Oh, so you're like walking along in simulation, but the characters aren't interacting with you. You're like GM mode.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Observer.
Observer mode. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. So you're sneaking along on this building. You're sneaking along on this building, but your foot kicks some loose debris and clatters across the street. And suddenly, some guy coming from this building over or here leans out the window. Oh, Starfleet! And they're gonna open fire on you.
Oh boy.
And this guy has a snooper rifle.
A snooper rifle.
A snooper rifle.
Stroopwafel?
Stroopwafel.
Stroopwafel.
He's throwing pastries at them?
Disruptor. Rifle. Attack range long. Channel size is 4.
Watch out, it's got ice cream on it.
Watch out for the hot caramel center.
All right. It is smoky and it is in darkness, and they are on the other side of the street. Goodness, they have a shot cut out for them. Well, night vision goggles easy to get, so they can cut through the darkness, but there's still smoke.
They don't have like a thermal scope or anything? Like the Makos had those, and that was the 22nd century.
Yeah, that's what I spent to give him a thermal scope. But
Okay.
even the smoke would still get in the way.
Also, this burning car right next to me might be a problem.
Yes. All right. So, and on the other side of the street. Oh, rifles have a default range of long. That's good.
What have we been kitted out with? That's kind of an important question.
Well,
I would
now
think type 2s or type 3s.
yeah, you would have at standard type 2s. If you want anything extra, now it's time to pay for it.
Huh. You know, I think combat armor wouldn't go amiss.
I think that's just one opportunity cost. Yeah. I'll take that for a threat or a momentum.
Sweet. All right. Let's see. And we'll have some pattern enhancers, because presumably the idea is to get to them and beam them up.
I'll take that for a momentum as well. All right. I'm still trying to figure out how hard this shot is. All right, so diff 2 plus smoke, diff 3. There we go. Why was that so hard? I know math. All right. Spending a threat for another dice. Control security.
Who are they shooting?
Find out who gets in, I guess.
That's this as the disruptor rifle cracks above your head and shatters a section of the building above you.
Oh boy. I assume we saw where that blast came from.
Approximately.
Cool. All right. Cover fire in that general area. Just keep their heads down. A couple of barrages of phasers.
They're like exposed. There's no cover over here.
No, covering fire. So like we shoot the area so he keeps his head down.
Okay.
Keep in mind, this is a civil conflict in a populated urban area.
Mm-hmm.
Set phasers to stun.
Yeah, that would be a standard procedure.
Cool. Okay. Well, that helps. All right.
So are you laying down fire and having the team help you, or are you telling the team to set a fire?
I'm telling the team to set up fire, and I'm gonna try and snipe the sniper.
Okay. The team sets up a covering fire, are just kind of like dropping into their knees to make a smaller target and shooting up at the building. They're gonna assist you on this test. It is smoky, dark, and you're not quite sure where this guy is. So, this is a pretty difficult check.
Okay.
So diff
Closer,
5.
can I see him clearer?
Yeah. If you want to take a minor action to get to the middle of the street.
Yep, I'm gonna step closer, partially to get a better shot, and also, ostensibly, I want them to shoot me, not my away team.
Okay. All right. So now you're kind of within and better range. It's still smoky, and dark, but you have covering fire. So diff 3. Control security.
Control security diff 3, you say? I keep getting into combat situations. I need to start taking combat talents. Goodness. Well, I do have a combat talent, but I have to be in front of them to use it. All right. Let's see. Control security diff 3. Please, dice. I'm begging you, just this once. Take it all in. Actually, would my orc artificial eye help at all, or is that just cosmetic, like mechanically?
Do you have a talent for that, or is that part of your implants?
It
Without
is.
it being specified in your talents or
Oh, yeah.
specific talent, it's just cosmetic.
Yeah. Okay. It's cosmetic. Oh well.
It's cosmetic.
Anyways. Yep.
Yeah, unless you want to
All
like
right.
take another slot for or an implant and make it even more difficult to do surgery on you.
Well, you see, the thing is, I already have 3 out of 3 implants. So unless I take the thing that replaces your the visor talent and then flavor it as that eye, which would be cool. Yeah, maybe something to think about in the future. Anyways, what we're gonna do here.
Yeah.
All right. Would the trait Liberated Borg apply because I've led boarding parties on ships before as a tertiary adjunct?
I'm gonna say no.
Oh well. Was worth asking. Alright, take the threat. I'm rolling 4. And I do not have a focus in phasers, so here we go.
2 nat ones. Brilliant. 2
Oh, there you
momentum
go.
am generated, and roll that phaser down. Did you charge it? You want to take a minor action and charge?
Yes, absolutely.
To vicious, penetrating, intense.
Intense makes it harder to resist, right?
Yeah, but you're pretty sure these guys aren't leaders.
Ah, okay. Then we'll just do vicious then. See if we can stack some extra stun.
Yep.
Okay. And I need to actually add a Type 2 phaser to my little control board here.
It's phaser, medium range, range 3, challenge dice,
Reach out.
And-
Thank you.
and charge.
Qualities.
Charge quality.
Is that under effects or qualities?
A charge is a quality that gives you effects. Optionally.
Okay, so it's charge, phaser, medium range.
Yep.
And it's arranged. Boop. Alright, so I just push this button. And I'm spending to reroll the zeros. Actually, do I need to?
Yes, you do. He has some cover.
Alright, yep. We did rerolling. Oh, beautiful.
That will do it. Yeah, he was tucked up on one of the like third or fourth story or a windows, and he was leaning out to shoot at you, and there's a bunch of covering fire from your squad behind you, who's shooting and just peppering the side of the building, and you dodge roll into the middle of the street, grab your phaser or point out just as this guy was like hastily looking around the corner, and you just beam him straight in the head.
Alright, I'm gonna keep the phaser pointed in that area until I'm sure that he's, like, down.
You do notice is that that was a lot of damage that you pumped into him. He seemed to take a lot of that on the chin. He's still down for the count, but that was he took a lot more damage than you think he should have.
Alright, so either the species is resilient or he's got something on him. I'm gonna recommend we increase the sun settings. Like go up a charge level.
Yep.
Okay.
Um.
Alright. Anybody else taking pot shots while I'm here?
Well, that was one action. Do you want a swift task?
Tricorders aren't standard equipment, are they? If you're not, like, an engineer or a scientist.
I thought they were.
Are they?
Let me double check. Let's see. Compendium. Equipment. Yeah, tricorder will be standard equipment.
Awesome. Okay. So what I want to do is scan for life forms.
Life forms.
Scan for life forms. I'll do that way.
What radius? Like the immediate block you're on, the next 3 blocks.
Let's do the immediate block we're on for now.
Okay.
So like these, I'm assuming that's these 4 buildings.
You can get the 2 buildings you are adjacent to. The next 2 buildings down will be an extra difficulty.
What's the base difficulty?
Calculating now. Darkness isn't going to do anything. Smoke would kick that up. And base difficulty T1, diff 2 if you want to get both blocks.
Ugh. That's not a good roll for me. We'll just go with the 1 for now.
Okay.
Take a threat. I'm rolling 3. Focus in computers. Does tricorder count as a computer?
Not really.
Okay.
You're not like accessing library files or programming.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Pretty please. There we go.
Tricorder goes out. You have unknown life forms in both buildings.
Okay.
Looks like there's more in the one to the east. At least 25% more in the building to the east, but there are some in the building behind you as well.
Okay. Any of them register as Federation species?
I'll take that. Oh, I'll take that for the momentum you just gained.
Yep.
No, they do not register as Federation species.
Okay. Is it an additional question to ask what species they are?
Phoenix, did we decide which specific species wanted this to be?
No, we didn't really go into a specific species. I would say they're non-Federation members, just
Non-Federation, but
humanitarian.
The native population.
Yeah.
Or native species.
Yeah, non-Federation and unknown. So they're like alien species. She's tag 1.
Okay.
All of them appear to be the same species, so they're all natives of the planet.
Okay. How precise is the location? Like, can it tell you specifically where in the building they are, or is it there's something over there?
For momentum, I can get more specific.
I would like to get more specific, and I would like to flavor that as 3 syncs his tricorder with his eyepiece, so he like sees basically a HUD that pops up that like outlines them.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, there are 3 assailants, and one of them's on the 4th floor with a sniper, just in a different room. The other 2 who appear to be on the 3rd floor, moving fast as to the ground.
Okay, what's the guy on the 4th floor doing?
Not moving, and apparently staying at his post.
Okay.
And then in this building behind you, there's I'm gonna spend 2 threat. There's several people all on the 1st floor, and one of them comes charging out.
Oh, okay. Because I scanned them, can I say we have a moment's warning of 3 being like, they're coming out the door before the guy kicks the door open?
Yeah, I can say. I'll allow that.
Okay.
Phoenix, this is your program. You want to take any specific actions? The one you requested and messages has been triggered, but if there's anything else you want to do to adjust the difficulty as the trainer.
No, I'm going to judge his reaction and actions on this one.
All right, sounds good.
See where it goes.
See where this goes. All right. So you detect motion, and there's one individual who's charging out the door, getting ready to kick it. You yell to your team, and they're coming out that door. What do you do? I'll give you 1 action into setup.
1 action setup. Okay. So is it? How close are the 3rd floor team? Like, are they about to come out the door, or do they still have a little bit to go?
They're like 5 meters from the door.
Okay, cool. So 2 security officers pre-training on that door, 1 security officer and me pre-training on this door. Just so like the minute they pop out, cue.
Okay, so you're redistributing in your security team, and they just assist. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're staying where they are, but they're covering this door specifically, so they're waiting for somebody to pop out.
Okay. And what is specifically the order?
Order is hold until identified as hostile. If confirmed hostile, open fire.
All right. There is a ceasefire, but I'm gonna spend and 2 to create the to kind of like emphasize the trait that this is a civil war. So identifying who's hostile and who's not on site is kind of difficult.
Well, I mean, the basic idea is, are they pointing a gun at us?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, definitely with that snap judgment thing. You know what? Moving the guys is gonna be free. I'm gonna make this an insight security roll. As just as just the second they kick down the door, or you make a snap judgment on what to do with this guy. It is dark and it is smoky, and there is a war going on.
Does the fact that I have them highlighted with a tricorder help?
Yeah, that would be an advantage.
Reduce the comp, please.
All right.
Oh boy. All right. Cool. My insight security is an 11 because my insight is garbage. Gee, I wonder why. Okay. All right. Take the threat. I'm gonna roll 4. And onwards and downwards. Oh boy.
Oh, this is spicy.
That's-
Oh, this is fun.
That's not great. That didn't generate enough momentum to quash that. That's no bueno.
Does it stand?
I don't have anything to quash it, so yeah.
Oh, let me adjust this up here. We're at 1 and 10. Native of the planet does charge out the door, kick down the door. They are holding a rifle and swinging it wildly around. But there's something about them.
Are they more panicked than like? I mean, I imagine if they're in the middle of a civil war, they just heard shooting on the street, they're probably a little nervous.
You can spend two threat to attempt the insight security roll again at higher difficulty, or you can take an action.
I'm gonna say, Starfleet, we're here to help.
Okay. Give me Presence command. You are in Starfleet uniform. You're here to help. I'm assuming you're not lying.
I am not lying.
Okay. Difficulty 2.
So I just realized something about my implants.
You're scary.
They increase the complication range of any social interaction
This would definitely be a social interaction.
by the number of implants they have. I
Uh-huh.
have 3.
So you start out with at minimum a div 4.
Complication 4.
It's the complication
Complication
range.
Yeah, you start out with a complication range of 4, and the author can convert to friction.
Uh-huh. The downside, being aboard.
Oh, that was diff 2. Sorry. Because there's other factors.
Is the fact that we're wearing Starfleet uniforms an advantage?
That's
Because imagine,
making this possible.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Am I? You know what? My presence command is garbage. The complication's stupid high. We're just gonna roll this flat and see if I get shot. I get shot.
Oh boy, that's a nat 22. Oh,
Uh-huh.
oh boy.
Yep.
You do not get shot, but you see this young man, probably not even 15 years old. He sees you and he just whips the rifle around and it smacks you with the butt of it, and you fall to the ground, taking. We could do a little better than that.
I'm wearing armor.
You take 4 stress worth of damage as he just cracks you across the jaw, and you are on your back.
Is that with the resistance from the armor?
That's without the resistance. Armor resistance is body armor's 2, I think.
I think so.
I should know this. Equipment. Open note. Yeah, it's 2.
Sweet. Okay, so I take the chance.
And unfortunately, that was physical damage, so your adaptive shielding doesn't fire.
Yeah, this is true.
But
So just ow.
Yeah. So he hears you announce yourself. Starfleet, we're here to help. And he just whips around, cracks you across the jaw. You fall flat on your face, and he steps on your chest and points the rifle right at your head. However, he does not fire. Instead, Ed, in a quivering, shaking, voice-cracking adolescent voice, "You killed my father!"
Was your father across the street with a sniper rifle?
No, you killed him in this war.
We aren't members of this war. We arrived on the planet a day ago. We are from Starfleet. We are from the United Federation of Planets. Some of our people and some of our medical team came here and were unfortunately kidnapped.
Spending 2 threat, he just shows you shut up and shoves the rifle barrel closer to your face. He's like nudging your face with the barrel of this thing. Shut up! I don't want to hear your stupid alien lies.
Goodness. Okay, well, I would like to stab the disruptor rifle with my simulation tubes and turn it off. Just break it.
Oh goodness. Okay, that would be a thing. Daring. I'm gonna say daring security. Let's do daring security opposed as you're like wrestling in control for this thing. You do have +1 and diff for being on your back.
That's fair.
But he also has a +1 on diff for being like emotionally charged.
And also he's a teenager.
Yeah.
Alright.
So the difficulties cancel out.
Okay, cool. So we're just walking straight. Alright. Cool. Okay. Cool. I am rolling the whole bucket. Take all the threat.
I also am incredibly motivated to not let this happen, so I'll roll that back at you. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Oh no, I'm being Inigo Montoya.
Yes.
I don't even have 6 fingers.
No, you have 7.
All
You have
right.
your 5 fingers and the assimilation tubules.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Rolling
Clearing
bones.
security. Here we go. Beautiful.
You got it with 2. Okay. What is your engineering score? Or engineering or security score? Which one's higher?
That would be my security with a 4.
Okay. Just roll the assimilation. Yeah, the assimilation tubular or challenge dice. If you can get 5 or more, the weapon is disabled.
Okay. I think I got it.
As you very quickly reach up with your right hand and stab the rifle. Pump some nanoprobes in it, and the rifle just powers down before you.
Put that thing down before you hurt yourself or someone else. Now, can we please talk like civilized beings?
Is that your round?
Yes.
I'm angry. I'm gonna butt you in the face with a rifle. Daring security opposed.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Emotional teenager.
Yeah. Alright. Take a momentum, the rest threat. I'm rolling the full bucket again. Because I don't want to get hit in the face by a rifle butt.
Alright, so 1 momentum, and then how much threat?
The rest of threat, I'm rolling the full bucket.
Okay. So 5.
Yep.
5. You know, this is for my father, so I have to put at least 4 dice in this.
Phoenix, the security team, just watching amusedly.
Well, you haven't told them to do anything. They're your security team.
Yeah, and they're not sure how to intervene in this. Like, do they tackle him? Do they give covering fire? They're not sure what's the safe thing to do.
Well, we'll see how this goes, and maybe I'll ask him to do something. Alright, here we go. Boop. Oh boy. Oop.
You win with 2. If you want to spend the 2, you can like roll out from underneath him and you can stand up.
Yeah, I'd like to roll out from under him, stand up, and confiscate his rifle.
Disarms another.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, disarms another 2. Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Well, I'd like to roll over and stand up.
Yeah, you can spend N2 to disarm them.
Cool. Yep.
Cool.
Doing that.
He's now disarmed and just very angrily pouting at you.
Answer me this. This is a civil war, correct?
Oh, that's not the right one. Where's the sad music? Darn it, I thought I had these labeled.
MP31, MP32, MP33.
Yep. This kid is just standing there, rifle out of hand, and he just emotionally collapses into a crying fit.
Oh dear.
He's still standing, but like his entire form just slumps, and head goes in hands, and he's bawling.
Gonna look at the security team. Is anybody trained in trauma counseling? Or crisis negotiation?
They all look at you and shrug like, this is your rodeo.
Yeah, they're red shirts.
Ah, got it. I'm absolutely horrible at social situations.
That's part of security.
I'm not a security officer.
No, but you're a Starfleet
I make
officer.
things go room, not boom.
What do you do next?
Hey, so those other guys who were like 5 feet from the door in the other building, or 5 meters, are they here? Or what are they up to?
Oh, the other building? They weren't 5 meters away. They were... Thanks, chat.
Thanks, chat.
Yeah, they were still like 3 stories up. They're still like rushing
Oh.
downstairs.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about them yet. And nobody else coming out the other building behind us? Or in front of me?
No, but the door has been kicked open, and it is, the door's like swinging open, and you see a crowd of people huddled in the corner or taking shelter, men, women, children. And they're like cowering in fear here in the shadows and behind furniture and stuff. As this teenage kid is crying in front of you.
Alright, I'm going to inject the tubes, remove the nanites, reactivate the rifle as a gesture of good faith, and just say, we are not involved in this war. We are trying to help, and just hand him the rifle. Sure, let's give the most distraught teenager a disruptor rifle. What could go wrong? Friendly reminder, 3 should not be involved in any diplomatic situation ever.
You don't have to convince me. I'm already of the opinion you shouldn't be at diplomatic functions.
Well, apparently Venix keeps convincing as well. He's the one who programmed this thing.
Speaking of, Venix is gonna interfere.
Oh, good.
All right. Set up a roll once we hash out the details. Okie dokie. Control. Security. Difficulty A1. Just changing the programming a little.
We're improvising as we go.
Yep.
Yes, hi, Sorrel. I've been told to lead a rescue mission on a civil war, and unfortunately I'm being confronted by an upset teenager, and my social skills are garbage.
Oh, you boy.
It's a simulation, so, you know, worst that can happen is I get a bad grade, but, like...
Alright, Venix, control security.
If serves a diplomatic function, I should stay in the shuttle that I fly down there, or in the ship in orbit.
Okie dokie.
Oh.
As you're having this conversation, one of the women and stands up from behind the couch. One of the couches, wearing a thick and bulky vest, and charges at you. Just runs up screaming and attempting to like full on football tackle you.
Oh boy. Sidestep?
Daring security opposed.
Yep, okay.
I'm gonna spend 2 threat, giving you -1 because as you were focused on the kid at that point, you weren't expecting this to happen.
Oh boy. Okay. I don't suppose. Actually, no. Never mind. That wouldn't fire anyways. Okay. All right. Love this. Full bucket. Let's go.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna do 3.
All right. Here we go.
You can't give me threat and then and tell me to be nice to 3, chat. That's not how this works.
Is Chad feeling bad about giving you
give
threat
us
now?
momentum and tell him to be nice. Don't give him threat and tell him to be nice. That's backwards talk.
Oh no. And as a hologram, I don't have any values.
I wouldn't know that feeling.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna sidestep the person.
All right. She doesn't tackle you, but she does stop up right next to you.
May I help you?
Spending 2 threat, swift tasking.
I'm gonna get punched in the face, aren't I?
Remember that vest I was
How do
talking
you
about?
feel about your R being good?
About the what you were talking about?
Remember that bulky vest I was talking about?
Oh. Venix, I swear.
Control security difficulty 2.
What happens if you complicate detonating a boom boom vest?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
I'm not gonna say the actual term because I don't think Twitch likes that term.
Well,
I guess we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
Oh, it's gonna spark me.
What the heck?
If you want it to explode, does that mean it doesn't explode?
Well, it turns out it was actually an EMP device.
That's worse.
She stumbles and fumbles. She stumbles and fumbles around with her remote control, and it's very obvious what she has and what he's trying to do.
I'm gonna take the remote from her.
Derek security opposed.
Yep.
Don't fail, otherwise you might activate it.
You know what? Good point. 1, 2, 3.
I was trying to help 3, not you.
Complication
I
roll.
appreciate the words of wisdom, Captain.
Complication range 4 for everyone. Guess what happens if you complicate?
Kaboom? Yes, Rico, kaboom.
Yes, Rico.
I'm gonna yell at the security team to get back. I assume talking is a free action.
Talk is a free action, giving an order.
Well, you said it was very obvious what she's doing. They've got eyes, don't they?
Yeah, they'll get back. They'll I'll dive away. Instead of like helping you out.
Look, I'd rather I blow up than the poor mooks that were assigned to me because I'm bad at my job. So, here we go. Comp 4. For some reason, I don't know if I want to roll all 5 die. No, well, we'll stick with 3. 3 is a good number. Take a threat. I'm rolling 3.
It's gonna be a very short simulation here in a minute.
Uh-huh. On the bright side, the Klingons will have something to laugh about. At the bar.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Rolling
Yep.
bones.
Okay.
Well, you have it complicated.
And neither did she. No, wait, no, she did. She very much did. That's a 16.
16 to 5.
Huh?
16
Yeah.
to 5.
16.5.
Oh.
It did not complicate.
Yeah,
I thought
you
you
remember
used
you
to
have to
tra- I
count the
thought-
20 as well.
Right. I thought you subtracted it from 20. That's my bad.
No.
Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah,
explode.
20, 19, 18, 17. Okay, we do
Because
not
comp
explode.
standard is 1.
Math makes sense. You gain 4 momentum.
Hooray!
You have a very
Very
upset
effective
woman in
space
front of
game.
you, and you have a detonator handle.
I'm
Yeah.
currently holding the detonator above my head out of her reach.
Yes, chat. I know. We're skirting right up to the edge of our PG-13 rating.
Just to simulate the thingy and disable it from within. Nothing bad could happen from that.
Two momentum. You can and safely and permanently disable the device.
Yup.
As you hold it up over your head, it's this like crude plastic remote, and you can just crush it and pull the battery away from the device and crush the transceiver. It is now in pieces, and non-functional.
Really, this is most illogical of you. We are not the enemy. We are not from
There's
this
nothing
world.
logical to a civil war. No one wears uniforms, and anybody could be a combatant. 1 minute, or an innocent civilian the next.
Duly noted.
She's still she's still combative.
Okay. I was gonna say she's standing there with a now useless boom boom vest. What is she doing now?
She's trying to wrestle you
What?
During
I get...
during security opposed.
Oh my gosh.
You took away my explosive device. Now I'm going to make you an explosive device.
You know, this would have been really great. This would have been a great simulation for Atrom. Atrom would have loved this.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be training. That wouldn't be the point of a simulation for Atron.
Correct. Okay. During security opposed. Is the comp range back to normal?
Yep.
Cool. Take 2 momentum. Arrested threat. I'm rolling 4.
Oh. So 2
Boop.
momentum and then 1 threat. I'm gonna spend that 1 threat. Roll 3. Three momentum generated.
Yay! Can I quickly stun her? Just spend to stun her. Can I do that?
Roll unarmed earn damage.
Huh. I meant I was thinking with the phaser, but this works too. The old go to sleep. Cool. Boop. Oh my gosh. I think I hit them with the cybernetically enhanced arm.
So you're supposed
That'll
to
do
subdue,
it.
not kill them.
They're sleeping heavily.
I mean, they're not breathing.
Is her neck supposed to twist that way?
I didn't roll a complication.
No, but I spent two threat. Same difference.
Son of a.
Congratulations, you have created a martyr.
Are they dead or dying?
I don't know. What do you think?
Medic. One of these guys has to be a medic. Don't tell me they're not.
You would hope so. Are you sure that there's a medic?
You'd think that'd be standard away team protocol.
No, there's no medic, unfortunately.
No.
Standard goes
Any-
out the window when medics are required in mass.
Wait,
in other
we're
locations.
rescuing the medic team. Hang on. Never mind.
Yeah.
Right.
You've got 3 security officers. Of them, maybe one of them has enough medical training to save them.
Yeah, basic first aid skills probably, but
I'm spending 2 threat. And
Okay, we need
I'm taking a shot.
to leave. It is time to go.
Time to go,
Would Starfleet
Marines.
leave somebody dying that they caused?
This is gonna be difficulty 3. I'm rolling 3 dice. Ooh, I think we got it. We got it.
Yep.
As from across the building, seeing you just karate chop this woman and break her neck across the way, enraged at everything, in this as pirate or the civilian, and leans out the window and shoots the flaming car next to you.
Oh no.
There's a giant explosion and big white light, and the simulation freezes. You have failed.
Bang, you're dead.
Well, I don't know if you failed.
Congratulations, three.
I don't know if you failed, El, but the simulation is over. It's up to Venix to decide.
What do you think of your performance, 3?
I have concluded that I should not be involved in diplomatic situations.
During a combat scenario, there is rarely time for diplomacy. Sometimes you must act unequivocally. There's no time to talk someone down.
Noted. Is there any other feedback I should be aware of?
In a situation like this, it's impossible to tell what's going to happen next and who's going to do it to you. So being observant, don't make any assumptions. Treat every situation cautiously, suspiciously, but use only the force required to deal with that situation, hopefully less lethally, as not to create a martyr to that group, which will further inflame the situation and make the Federation the enemy.
Noted. I will stick to the phaser to knock people unconscious in the future.
But there are also maybe times when simply stunning an individual does not work or will not work. Sometimes you must use lethal force, but you must not be afraid to use it when absolutely necessary. To not use it could jeopardize yourself and your team. There are no clear answers.
I will study more scenarios.
Did you want to do the other part, author, or save that for another time, or
I'm
something else? Or
yeah. Let's save that for another simulation. And we've done enough on this one, and he failed.
Okay, yeah.
So
it was a learning experience.
it was an explosive ending.
3 got clubbed, almost exploded, and then exploded.
All right. Meanwhile,
Another part of the ship.
Yep, new scene. Smith and Sorrel. It's the quieter part of the evening. You are about a day out from Narendra. You've been on the Klingon ship for the last week, and you are going over the news reports. And you are it's late at night. You're sitting in a room together, and you are having some social time, being friends together.
Is Sorrel still BRB?
Is he?
He has not stated that he is back yet.
Someone ping him.
Said he was doing kid stuff.
Okay. Well then, we'll have that scene another time. Yeah, we could cut back actually that scene. Guy's not here to work on the fruit conundrum, so we'll just cut ahead to Narendra.
Travel montage.
Travel montage. And I'm gonna have to change the music here.
The Klingon version of the Love Boat here.
Yep. All right. After a while, you guys make your way towards Narendra Station, and you you drop out of warp. You see the planet, and it's Amari 2 ahead of you. Narendra Station in orbit. There's a bunch of civilian ships around as always, but interesting enough, in 3 gantries, there are 3 Federation vessels being picked over by worker bees and set up by station staff. And I'm assuming like all the senior staff's in the same room. You're like in the same conference room, like looking out the window, talking about this.
Probably, yeah.
All right, so you're all in the same room. As you pass
So
by,
is that Saber class, the Sovereign, and what's the Callisto?
That's Luna.
Callisto's a Luna, and that is the wrong name. I changed that name.
Oops.
It is the Roanoke. Roanoke. All right. You have the steamrunner class, the USS Roanoke, the Luna class USS Callisto, and in the largest gantry, the USS Stavanger A. And all of them are like busily being worked over, or there's a flurry of worker bees and EVA suits on the hull, all doing last minute, and it checks cargo shuttles. I was going in and out of their shuttle bays.
There's at least 2 worker bees that are still putting on the final touches for the name.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Is that one ours, Captain? The large one?
That would be correct.
Doing a dramatic beauty shot next to all these ships. What's on your mind as you're seeing in this great escalation of Starfleet presence in Shackleton?
Well, it's certainly a much bigger ship, and I don't think 3 has seen any of... I don't think it's seen any of these designs, actually. Unless the Borg's, like, encountered them by now.
They would have encountered the Sovereign and the Steamrunner class at the Battle of Sector 001.
Oh, right.
Luna...
Of the 3, the Luna is the newest.
Luna...
I think it was...
Yeah.
Still around the galaxy, but I don't think any of the Borg ships actually came across it.
The Luna is new. The Luna is new to you.
Okay.
And also, of note, the back half of the Stavanger, or just after the pylons, it has been cut off, and there's these 2 prongs that is supporting in this tucked up, folded, like scrunched up little escort art that is just kind of sitting in the aft, ready to go.
Interesting. I have not seen that sort of configuration before.
Actually, it's highly likely that a Borg ship did encounter a Luna class. It's been around since 2379.
Oh, okay.
But the Gettysburg
Well, I
Arc
definitely haven't seen...
Yeah, the Gettysburg Arc is new. It's old on...
Yeah, I haven't...
It's old on paper, but it has never actually been built until now.
And I haven't seen a Sovereign with another ship in it.
It's a very special Sovereign.
What are your thoughts, Phoenix?
A Sovereign will have much greater firepower to allow us to complete our mission and deal with any threats in this sector. I approve.
Free is assessing it with like a pirate pilot's mindset. She was like,
She has pretty beefy engines.
Yeah, beefy engines, pretty sleek design. Not to mention that escort in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of nod to himself.
However,
I expect Mr. Sorrell will be impressed.
However, it is obvious that while the Gettysburg is in dock, the Stavanger has a pretty sturdy construction, but without it, there are some vulnerabilities. So you are aware that deploying the at Gettysburg might be helpful, but yeah, there's definitely like openings, things that you'll be exposing yourself to.
A weakness.
Yeah, representing the drop-in scale when you deploy the Gettysburg. But you lose 1 scale on the Stavanger, you get an extra 3 scale, from the Gettysburg. So do with that what
I'd
you
say
will.
that's a fair trade-off.
Mhm.
Plus, it's not like the shields go away. Or the blade of armor.
Nope.
Captain, do you know if the other ships are being deployed to the Shackleton region?
I only know our assignment.
Additional forces would be a benefit.
I agree. The current disposition of forces in the sector is suboptimal.
Especially given the destruction of the Harper and the Stavanger knot.
Yep. Also, given that Toth want to hunt down all of the Borg.
Yeah, that is the thing.
Yeah. And unless people are willing to arm a bunch of ex-Borg, I feel like
What
we
the
need
heck?
more starfleet in the area.
Whoa.
Huh?
What did you do?
Oh,
I don't know what I did.
Author, what buttons have you hit?
that was done.
Giant
Forget the Death
Vorcha.
Star. We've got the giant Vorcha.
It's like the size of an entire solar system.
That's no moon. Okay, to be fair, the Klingons would totally build something that big if they could.
Oh, they absolutely would in a heartbeat.
Super
Let's
Star
not give
Destroyer
them a
size.
Let's not give them a universe class just yet.
Scale
You don't want them to have
47.
a Voth planet ship?
Anyways, pretty soon in the Vorcha class, as the Machka Bay that you are on gets clearance, she approaches the Star Bay doors, slips inside Narendra Station, and takes up dock. You can disengage to the promenade. I actually have a map for this one.
Yay!
I smashed this together this afternoon. I mean, only the best.
Long hours were put into
You
this.
can lie to the audience. You can't lie to us.
All right. Let's see. Busy spaceport. DS9 Promenade. As you find yourself on the promenade of Narendra Station, go ahead and set you up on one side right here. Da-da-da. And the place is just packed with all sorts of people, of course. There's a bunch of civilians milling about. There's a few Starfleet officers and a few Klingon warriors. There's milling about, as this is a joint station.
Remember 3, any one of these could be an enemy.
as the crowd slowly.
How soon are we to depart, Captain?
That is dependent on my meeting with the thing.
Stop bouncing. Let me just copy paste Ace of tokens. I'm making a crowd. There appears to be a crowd of people gathering at the far end of this hallway. This is a giant circular or hallway, but this is like just the main section you have to be stuck in. There is a Replimat to the north, turbolifts ifs just behind you, and to the south appears to be a couple of bars. The one directly south of you appears to be another Quarks franchise.
Come to Quarks. Quarks is fun. Come to Quarks. Don't walk, run.
Because of course Quark would have a presence here.
And 3 just feels the celestial newspaper smack outside the head.
Friendly, unfriendly. You took it.
Yeah, I bought Cork stock.
Maybe you should have.
Maybe you should have.
No, which part works.
Some ramen's about. Some Gorn.
What's the big crowd gathered around?
It's kind of hard to see. You can get closer.
All right, let's get closer.
I don't know why this map is acting this way, but all right. This place is populated. As you walk through the promenade, past some trees, there's some shops to the north of you. To the south is the exterior ring of the station. So all of these bars have like giant bay windows that look out. Interior. Yeah, the interior shops are to the north and don't face any giant vistas. And you come across a group of people.
Oh.
Hatred.
Now, Captain, you haven't met them yet. I think.
Reports. Hatred.
Oh, that's fair.
You see a humbled, kind of weathered humanoid, human and male, standing in the middle of this circle, and he's just giving a computer. Cooperate with me, and he's just giving a heartfelt testimony about how he has a secret of talking to his crops in hydroponics, and he has as the unjustified I believe that this helps his plants grow, but he keeps it hidden for fear of seeming eccentric. But now he has the courage to let this secret out into the universe.
If I don't have to go in their direction any further to report it to command, I'm going the opposite way.
And the crowd claps. And they're like, so brave of you. Thank you for sharing your light.
The big, I mean, of all the secrets for the Luminox to reveal, talking to plants is not the worst in the world.
Yeah,
but...
remember, we have seriously crippled their ability to gather.
Right, so they're probably working off actual
They're
faith-based
desperate
now.
They're desperate.
It's a bit more complicated than that, but you would not be apprised of that information.
Oh, I bet. Wait, didn't you just think about like the public ceremony or something like that?
Yeah, they're having a public ceremony in the middle of the promenade. Most of the people are just passing by. There's like a small crowd of people like milling about on the outside, just kind of like, haha, look at this, look at these weirdos.
I mean, this is hilarious because again, we stopped them from having any kind of presence on the station outside of these public gatherings. But yes, if I don't have to go farther towards them, I'll go in the opposite direction.
3 is naturally curious and hasn't seen this before, so he's actually going to stick around and watch.
Oh, good. A Tellarite woman and walks up to you and say, and kind of pulls you out of the crowd. You sir. Have you seen the light?
Who? Me?
Yeah, she approaches you and hands you a pamphlet.
3 will like turn the pamphlet over, read the thing.
I have
seen many lights. You have to be more specific.
A light of truth of the universe.
I do not follow.
We seek to pull the universe out of darkness and out of entropy and reveal all the secrets she has. We are a group of explorers and truth finders, both truth within ourselves and the truth of the universe. We have a school.
3 cocks his head. The universe is naturally dark unless there is a light-emitting object nearby.
Yes, and
how are you going to prevent entropy? That is a natural law.
Yes, we know that it is a tireless battle, but is one and we choose to undergo.
How does that work? Are you forcing the molecules to remain together?
Would you be interested in helping us? Perhaps you can share a secret. Something you've been hiding.
I fail to see how that would help.
I would caution getting involved with fanatical individuals.
How does revealing
irrational
a secret,
fanaticals.
How does revealing a secret prevent entropy?
Entropy is hiding information. We are revealing information.
Entropy is the natural breakdown of particles through the slow heat death of atoms. What does that have to do with knowledge?
It's not just the breakdown of atoms, it's the breakdown of order and knowledge of those atoms.
So you are referring to figurative entropy or societal?
Reason, science, and stiff F0. Both of you can make this.
See, they contradict themselves because knowing the wrong things also breaks down order.
Yeah, see, the entire reason I keep
very
continuing the conversation is because this is what 3 would do. 3 is like, this doesn't make sense. So he's just gonna keep asking questions.
This does not compute. 3 is slowly encroaching the blue screen.
Yep.
Error.
So
Okay, you said
yeah,
could
reason
roll secured. Sorry.
reason science, and stiff 0. Venix, you can assist.
Okay. I'm gonna roll straight. Yeah, I got it.
Yay, we did not mess up.
Yeah. Reason science.
All right. Gain 2 momentum. You have 1 float. Yeah. You're absolutely right. This is not at all how entropy works. This is illogical.
Yeah. See, now the problem is he's gotten curious and wants to understand. So you are speaking of societal entropy or figurative entropy?
That's part of it. We believe that keeping secrets harms the universe. And by revealing our secrets, we are helping heal that wound.
How does secrets affect quantum physics? Or quantum mechanics?
Would you like to try? Like, grabs your arm and like tries pulling you towards the circle. Someone else is giving a lot.
I'm afraid I don't have secrets to tell that I am aware of. I am from a collective. There are no secrets.
Are there secrets as you're keeping from your friend here? She nods towards Venex.
Not that I am aware of. If there is anything I'm keeping, it's because he has not asked.
She. Venex is she, her.
Phoenix, do you have any burning questions for 3?
No.
And what have
3,
you?
This is pointless.
And what have you, ma'am? Do you have any secrets? Anything
There's
you would like
nothing
to
gain
confess?
by talking to people like you. I am done here. 3, we have other things to do.
You do have a momentum to spend on that pointless conversation.
What is the name of
Are they
your
violating any station regulations?
Huh? No, they're not impeding traffic, and quite technically, this is part of their religious expression. So long as they're not actively harassing anyone, and if you give them a firm no, they walk away. Hey, they're fine.
Because he doesn't understand the word no, that they aren't leaving him alone.
Your time is wasted in dialoguing with these individuals. I recommend a more fruitful adventure somewhere else.
Understood. He is gonna keep the pamphlet though, because he is gonna He's gonna
Google it.
He's gonna Google them when he gets home.
He's gonna plug himself in and see if he can find out about them.
Yeah,
Yep, basically.
you can keep the pamphlet. There's plenty more. All right. Still waiting on Sorrel or Guy to come back, maybe. Otherwise, I wanted to have a conversation between Sorrel and Smith beforehand, but I think we're just gonna have to cut straight to the Admiral's meeting. Take the turbolift down here. This is quieter air deck, and there are a bunch of of crew quarters that can be assigned to personnel stationed in temporarily on the station. And this door or here leads to like the command wing and Starfleet's operations for the sector. This would also be where Admiral Gaius would be. Smith. Your rodeo.
A big important room with the big important people.
Yes.
Yeah. I just went to go check in and let them know that I've arrived. Whether they want just me or a number of others, that's on them.
You know what? The active players can come in. Let's keep this interesting and keep role playing.
They want all of us or just me?
All of you.
Okay.
Are we telling the Admiralty meeting as us, or do you want us to grab random NPCs?
You can come as yourself, Alf. All of these NPCs I'll take care of.
I am assuming that, for the most part, the captain's going to be the one sitting with 3 and Benix flanking him.
Yep. 3 does have enough self-awareness to keep his mouth shut, by the way.
Let's see. He would sit over there. Adjunct
Until
would
his
be next
process
to
is
the
saying, "No, that's not
Admiral.
accurate."
Well, yes, until they something ridiculous, but then he's going to raise his hand.
Anyone else from Fleet Command? Captain Cokes is not here. Cool. Yeah. First things first, you go through Starfleet security here.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are they looking for... Oh, is this like a weapons check-in?
Yeah, weapons check-in. Also, doing a biometric scan, make sure you are who you are.
It's going to be real awkward if they ask me to disarm.
An engineer comes
Literally.
in with a wrench. Captain Jonathan Smith reporting as ordered.
Captain Jonathan Smith. Step on the pad here. There's like a glowing pad on the light. State your name and serial number.
Captain Jonathan Smith, serial number 73775.
Confirm. Declaring any weapons.
I was coming to meet the Admiralty, so all weapons were left in the temporary quarters.
I don't know who you're seeing, so just answer the question, please. Step off the pad. Next.
Benix, you're my senior. Go right ahead. You're my
Okay.
guest.
The next will step on the pad.
Name and serial number.
Lieutenant Commander Venix, 8675309.
Confirm. Declaring any weapons.
I'll take out my Type 1 and Type 2.
Is it like boot holster, belt holster with the...
Right. Yeah. Basically Tackleberry.
Yep. You have a knife that's like right underneath your spine.
Yes, the trope
Couple
of
Type
please remove
1s,
your
couple of
weapons, that
Type
it's just
2s.
like endless weapons.
They take the weapons and put them in a locker behind you, or behind them. Anything else? I know how you security people are like. And I swear, if you flex and say these guns, and I will throw you out the airlock. That joke is so old.
Like, I know what you security people are like when he's also a security person.
Yes.
He's the one security officer who doesn't consider himself a weapon.
No, he's
I'll
actually.
just raise my eyebrow.
He's actually like a middle-aged man and kind of doughy around the middle. This is very much a desk job for him.
He's been desk jockeyed. Okay.
Yes.
This is the end of his career. He's not nowhere to advance.
He's been
Hallmark
promoted,
mode.
quote unquote, guarding the admiral, but it literally is just sit at a desk.
Yep. Very,
Okay.
You sit here,
very
guard
much.
the admiral. If anything happens, push this big red button.
He has a big bushy mustache that nearly covers his whole mouth, but his hairline's like slowly creeping up his forehead.
His mustache is taking over all of his hair.
Yes.
By the time he's 78, he's just gonna have a mutton chop
Yes.
mustache.
Anyways, you step off.
Yes, I have nothing further to declare.
All right. Next.
Okay. 3 will step on the glowing pad.
Name
Lieutenant
is
3 of 12s. Serial number 00312.
Computer doesn't immediately pipe up. Types on the computer a little bit. Huh. You knew?
Yes, I was field commissioned. Approximately. Actually, how long has it been? Because he would know the exact time.
9.5 days, so 9 and some fraction.
It has been approximately 9 days and 12 hours.
Uh-huh. It hasn't quite come through the system yet. Captain Smith, do you vouch for this person?
Seeing as I'm the one that gave him the field permission, yes.
Excellent. Any weapons to declare?
It's gonna take off the Type 2 and put it on the thing. Define weapon. Because I do have assimilation tubes installed. However, they are permanently bonded to my skeleton.
Yeah. I've heard that joke before. Or whatever. I'm not gonna take your arm off. Step off the pad.
I appreciate that.
You're free to go. You get the impression that he didn't like fully register what you're saying. He thought you were going for the yeah. I'm still armed with these guns.
I literally said I have assimilation tubules, but they're permanently bonded.
His uniform is custom fitted so that it still shows off some of his board bits.
Mm-hmm.
Onwards to the door then.
Yep.
Just hot glue those tubules down. They'll be all right.
have them piece tie. Just put zip ties on them, like they do at cons.
I'm assuming Captain
Deploy the tubules and tie them in a cute little bow.
Anyways, console room's in here.
I don't understand. Did he not believe that I have those?
As Captain walks ahead,
Some
you
people
and
are not
Phoenix.
very good at your jobs. She says with contempt.
Captain's already walked off with those two questioning what happened.
Out of curiosity, if they did insist on me disarming, what would be the protocol there?
Surgery.
Before every meeting? That seems rather inconvenient.
As you guys
Just be
enter
grateful
the
he's not very good.
as you enter the conference room, It appears the admiral and this random human you haven't met at before are in a heated, almost shouting argument at the head of the table.
Smith turns to Commander Farrell. Who is that arguing with the Admiral?
Apparently, the director Whitford.
And he is the director of.
At this point, the admiral and Whitford are recognize you, and this human is young, very slick, not an atom out of place, very crisp, sharp, civilian. It's a civilian suit, so it's not like a Starfleet uniform, but it's like a 24th century equivalent of a three-piece suit. Very crisp.
So he's very out of place in the frontier of the Federation.
He's extraordinarily out.
No.
He looks like an Ivy League.
Please,
He looks like an Ivy League
author.
silver spoon in motherfucker.
Author, please tell me this guy isn't with the Neo-Originalists.
Of course he's with the Neo-Originalists.
God damn it.
Doggone it. Is this man the frickin'... Oh, good. Perfect timing, Sorrel.
Yeah, good timing,
it's
Cyril.
it's the frickin' senator. The senator had to ruin
No,
everything.
he's a director. He's a director. of the
He's the
Neo-Originalists.
director. He's not a senator.
Even worse.
An officious member of the bureaucracy is going to mess with us?
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome to the
And
bureaucracy.
he deliberately just walked over and took a seat next to me.
Not a seat. He's standing and go. So you must be the captain who has blown.
Sorrel, get yourself.
Yeah, you're hot micing all of our conversations, Sorrel. So you must be the captain, and that has quite forcibly blown this thing out of proportion.
If you mean I'm the captain who had to sacrifice his ship in order to stop a Toth from having a subspace tear open over civilians, then yes.
You mean the supposed subspace ace terror?
Director, I have logs and information on it, all of which are verifiable by multiple ships witnessing it, including the Jati.
And how
Having
can
personally flown in 500 feet, I can verify it was a subspace tear.
3.
Yes, Captain?
You're in the middle of a high-ranking meeting. Please keep communications to if spoken to.
Apologies.
Or if you have something to add, please make that known before you interject.
Noted.
Admiral Gaius kind of looks over or at you three and kind of gives a warm but slow nod, just like, I recognize that you're new here, but I appreciate your input. Whitman.
Wait, so
What? Yes, 3?
I was gonna say, the Neo-Originalists think that people are falsifying data about the Shackleton?
Mm-hmm. Because they want to keep the Federation confined to the Federation's borders.
What Federation borders?
Exactly. Hey, we're
The ones
outside.
that they have set for it.
Is this... Okay. Actually,
Well,
I'm not gonna say that out loud.
Captain, your little stunt and appears to have worked and has swayed the Federation Council in favor of this silly little project.
This silly little project is important not only to the safety of the Federation, but to the safety of the galaxy as a whole. The powers that are actively working within this sector of space do not hold to your idea of boundaries. They will infect the Federation at some point. And can you reasonably ensure that colonies on the edge of the Shackleton will not be lost to the machinations of the Toth, the Tripolity, and the weaponized local species that we have left to defend for themselves who could be assimilated into those factions.
Everyone, quiet. Gaius announces from the table. Director Whitford, I recognize your authority here as director of Shackleton operations, but as of now, in this room, this is a Starfleet operation under my control. Unless you have any civilian matters to discuss, I request that you leave. Any response?
From me or him?
He's talking to the director, so...
Yeah, that was directed
I
at
have nothing more to say to this guy.
Yeah. Director kind of... Very well. But mark my words, as Captain. I'll do whatever it takes to defend the Federation.
How did a guy who doesn't want to expand get put in charge of the expansion project?
He leaves and he marches past you, gives kind of a disparaging glare at all of you Starfleet officers, huffs and leaves the door.
I think for where you guys would be, you would want to take these 3 spots near me.
Yep.
As soon as he leaves, Gaius deflates and rubs the top of his head in a Serarian in gesture. As for how he got into the position, that was part of the compromise. Apparently, the Federation Council has been split on the issue, and in order to get more ships, they requested that they have a civilian oversight director for our Shackleton operations. That guy, I was as the pick by the neo-originalist senator.
He certainly does seem to be quite on the side of the neo-originalist agenda.
Oh, he has made it quite well known where his political allegiance is from. His lie.
3 will politely raise his hand.
Yes, Lieutenant.
So this is a form of checks and balances?
Indeed, in the most annoying fashion. It's a check and balance.
We have to give a little.
It's a check and balance, but it's also the neo-originalists doing everything they can to hamper anything we do out here.
How much authority does he have? You mentioned that he is in charge of civilian operations. Can he command starships or order captains?
Given the colonies that we have out here and the large number of civilians from the Federation, he has quite the substantial sway in our operations.
He doesn't have direct command and over you. He can ask that I lead the task force to do certain actions, but it is up to me to determine how those actions would be best carried out.
I see. So he has broad oversight, but not specific command.
The unfortunate thing is he will use those civilians as pawns in his game against us.
He's also going to be he's also going to be the representative of the Federation Council, and therefore will be leading diplomatic endeavors out here. He's effectively a governor of a different name.
Given the unease in our diplomatic situations already, he might cause more harm than good, which is, for us, unfortunate. For him, plays right into what he wants.
I'm sure that he wants to sabotage our diplomatic relations and throw as much egg in Starfleet's face as possible in order to get the Council to pull the plug on the Shackleton altogether.
3 is just currently remembering that one time Sorrel said the one time Sorrel and Venix told him that sometimes orders can be disobeyed.
It seems that my abilities as a diplomat, as well as captain of the flagship, are going to be stretched thin, trying to keep the peace in the Shackleton.
I would certainly hope so, Captain.
I'm going to have to start making more trips to the other Shackleton factions. We've been dealing with the Gentee almost exclusively for quite some time now. I'm not exactly pleased to go to Chetera, given the reports on that planet, but that will have to be our next destination after we handle at least somewhat with the Toth.
Also for the Whitford, people can give me reason, command, difficulty E1, history check.
Okay, focus, yay. Reason command, you can have a threat.
Yeah, I could do stuff again.
So this is just me, the player, asking a logical question. Like the guy can't sabotage diplomacy that bad, right? Because if it blows up in our face, and he's the one in charge of diplomacy, wouldn't that come back on him, not
He can't
Starfleet?
overtly sabotage, but he can say the right things the wrong way.
Yeah, he has to play a chess game here and make sure that you're the one who steps on the landmine. But he can dig trenches and place landmines wherever he wants.
Right now, in terms of diplomatic affairs, it's me and him looking over a 5D chessboard trying to one-up each other.
So he's gonna do the Doctor Who "doesn't she look tired" thing.
Mm-hmm.
Great, love that.
All right. Let's see. Where did I put that note? The Whitford art sounded and familiar. Captain Smith, you remember that sometime in the late 23rd century, the latter half of the 23rd century, from 2250s to the turn of the century, there was a famous council member, Alistair Whitford, and he was quite famous as for being a monumental member of the Federation and Council, and his crowning achievement was the Starfleet Dematerialization Act of 2293, shortly after the Praxis event.
So, a more worthwhile goal from potential ancestor versus, no, we should stop all diplomatic relationships with anything outside of the Federation.
Oh, great! It runs in the family.
So in other words, Alistair Whitford was the man responsible for decommissioning all Constitution classes is after Praxis.
I mean, to be fair, trying to go from War Machine to Peaceful Explorer is a worthwhile endeavor for Starfleet.
Yeah.
So that's not horrible. It's not great, especially in the time frame, but it's not horrible. Slow demilitarization versus let's demilitarize half the fleet.
So
All at once.
It's very possible, given the name and a similar career, that Benedict is some sort of descendant of Alistair. Probably not son, probably grandson.
Could also go as far as great grandson.
Mm-hmm. So that tells you two things about this guy. One, he has a family history of rampant demilitarization and non-interventionist in his family's political career. And two, Benedict probably rode all the coattails of his family to get to his office. Think with that what you will.
He
I can't
doesn't
wait till
seem
we have
like
to
he doesn't
inevitably
seem like the
rescue him.
type. He does not seem like the type to have gotten here on his own merit,
Absolutely not.
based on his interactions with myself and the Admiral so far.
You do have 2 momentum, but yeah, Lord Dump, hi.
Mm-hmm.
2 momentum. Any questions or advantages?
I can't think of any advantages. Do we know how long he has been involved in politics?
I can answer that for momentum.
Yes.
Given his young age, he probably like just graduated from law school, like 2-3 years ago.
Okay, so
Oh.
he entered politics immediately out of law school, and
Mhm.
then pretty much kissed his way up the ladder.
Yeah, and he got catapulted to this position by having friends in the Federation Council.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's the whole he graduates law school, immediately gets a job as like a senator's assistant or something, or senator's aide.
So clearly his family has been involved with politicians since at least Alistair Whitford, maybe beyond, and they've been using those connections ever since.
So yeah, nice guy, eh?
Uh-huh. I can't wait till we have to inevitably rescue him for some threat he says is blown out of proportion.
We're rescuing him from some threat that he says is no, that's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look out that window.
Absolutely not. You can't stop this before it happens. Gets
Don't
kidnapped.
look out that window.
Oh, Sorrel, I got it. This guy is the new director of Shackleton operations, who was brought here by the Federation Council along with the new ships. So in exchange for getting more ships, we have to deal with this asshole.
I gotcha. Okay.
And he's such a lovely guy and totally doesn't have a punchable face.
He's gonna be a pain in my ass for the rest of the season.
Sorrel, he has perfect slicked back hair and a 3-piece suit. That is all you need to know.
That covers it.
Phoenix,
He's
do you
a
have any
greasy
questions?
politician who wrote his family name to the top.
And his great grandfather or killed the Constitution class.
Well, he should burn an effigy just for that.
Phoenix, any questions you want to ask with that floating?
Can I put in a request to Starfleet Intelligence to see if they have a file on this guy?
Ooh.
Just gonna, like,
Oh, please.
send it through on my pad while I'm sitting there.
So we're citing it to hell.
Ooh. Okay. You can definitely do that. It might not kick in right away, but definitely remind me after the session.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, just might take some time to process. and
think
I
that's
will
what-
be
Yeah,
right back.
I'll be doing it on the down low without mentioning it to anybody, though.
I think that's what we're gonna get on him for now. Carry on to new business. Or old business. Depending on how you look at it. Well, aside from that unpleasantness and the loss of 2 of our ships, is there anything further that I need to be apprised of? I've been slightly out of touch being on a Klingon transport vessel for the last week.
Sorry about that.
Silent. What a do? Okay.
All right, emergency streaming hologram off. All right. Have you been made aware of the loss of the Harpo as well?
Unfortunately, no. Was it a similar situation to our own, or?
Fairly similar. We're still gathering logs about it. There is a log that there is a personal log that's available.
Quickly reads over that. Given this information, I request that the first mission for the USS Stavanger A be to reinforce that area. Between the cybernetic Kraken and another appearance of the House of Rax, I don't like their vulnerability.
We're not sure it's the House of Rax, but they went through lengths to hide their affiliation, which leads us to believe it's the House of Rax.
You'll forgive me, Admiral. I am running under the assumption that any rogue Klingon vessel in this area is a House of Rax ship.
Of course.
Given their attack on us during the incident at the asteroid base. And the fact that their would-be ambassador tried to assault me on the floor of a Gati council chamber. But regardless, given logs I have read about the Toth from the USS Gungnir, another Cosmozoan having been cybernetically enhanced, leads me to believe that the Toth are still conducting their experiments.
Yes, as them declaring themselves independent and state is troublesome, and they also have various defense and treaties with unknown peoples, but we can very well I'll guess that the Tal Shiar and the Breen and some Zenkethi would definitely jump at the chance to defend their research enclave.
It's highly possible. There's also another matter with the Toth. They are currently searching for any and all survivors of the Borg Cube incidents in the Shackleton. One in particular that we know for sure is on their target list. He gestures behind him at 3. Is this individual?
I'm not familiar with your subspecies, sir. I recognize that you're obviously a former Borg member, but I don't quite recognize as who you were before, or that.
If I'm correct in my
I am.
assumptions, yeah, Admiral, 3 of 12 is a former member of the Vaudouar.
That is correct, Captain.
And as you know, and is has been made evident to me, members of 3 species, particularly those with the piloting ability, are familiar with underspace.
Also correct.
3, you are the expert in this matter. The floor is
Yes,
yours.
if you and Commander Sorrell can and explain this underspace concept.
The underspace is well, in the Delta Quadrant, the underspace are naturally formed subspace corridors, similar to Borg transwarp gates. They allow for very rapid travel, very rapid and untraceable travel throughout almost all known space. The Vaudouar mapped them extensively. We believe that the Toth are trying to recreate that here, in the Shackleton, which is why they are hunting for Borg, specifically cortical arrays. If they gather enough data, the Borg know everything all the other Borg knew, so because my bunker was assimilated, knowledge of the underspace is part of that.
Commander Sorrell? Commander Sorrell, do you have any insight to add? It's not. Well,
Sorrell?
Well, this is quite concerning, in considering we have tens of thousands of drones underneath the starbase of Barkus. And many more are being found every day.
Given the
Hey,
fact that tactical
authors?
cubes were
Yes.
involved, several million
How
still accounted
big
for.
is my colony when I left? How big was my colony when I left?
Several thousand. Like 5 to 6,000.
3 will politely raise his hand.
Yes, Lieutenant.
There is also another colony of recently liberated Borg where I came from. There are approximately 5 to 6,000 drones there, and they are very meager on supplies and defenses. That was my original reason for that. It was the original reason that led me to accidentally encounter the Stavanger crew.
Do you have coordinates for this colony?
I have coordinates for where it was. The issue is it's a rogue planetoid and has very likely moved by now.
If we can get a ship to the last known coordinates, we should be able to triangulate where it went based on its pattern through the galaxy.
Any other missions is that you want to make the Admiralty aware of? Basically, any other plot threads you guys want to pull?
There is an unfortunate incident involving the Czechs. Apparently, in their exploration, they came across an unknown fruit. Unfortunately, said fruit is rather toxic to biological life. From what my doctor has said, at least one Klingon suffered from damage to his spinal column. I don't know any further side effects of this fruit, but the quarks on board the Bastion station was a hotbed for it being disseminated throughout the station. I think, again, we will have to do as the Vulcans did for my species and guide them in a better direction.
That would certainly be long-term goals, and if we can manage to make allies in the Shackleton, it'll go a long way in proving that we have a purpose of being here.
I agree. Bringing better stability to the Shackleton and having allies that can assist us with that would be a great benefit. The Jati are finally getting on a better path after the incident with Grell.
That is another thing. We would definitely want to pursue extradition of Grell, considering his crimes against Federation citizens. But
Very well, I
that will.
believe them.
However, we're not sure how long Jati justice system and will operate. But if you can keep tabs with the ambassador,
I will endeavor to touch base with Ambassador Malcolm from time to time to see how the court proceedings are going.
very well. I suppose as I should introduce the rest of the crew here. He gestures to the two captains who've been quietly sitting across from you. The human stands up. Captain and Liam Moran of the USS Roanoke. I'm gonna be out here saving your butts and making sure that the skies are clear for you to do your job.
Certainly have big shoes to fill after the Sabbath.
Indeed. Sad to hear about Captain and Patel. I served with him.
Fortunately, we were able to save his life, unless he took a turn for the worse after the incidents at Asteroid Base.
Well, let's make sure his almost sacrifice isn't in vain. Then the older male Andorian stands up. Captain Kale O'Ranara of the USS Callisto. Looks like finding in your lost colony should be right up our alley. Given our advanced sensor suites and such. He looks to the Admiral for permission to pick up that mission. The Admiral all nods.
Yes, I would agree. A Luna class would be better suited to it than several of the other ships in the fleet currently.
Well, don't worry, Mr. 3. I'll find your people.
I appreciate it, and he'll hand a pad that he typed the coordinates on Because he's been working on that map for a long time now.
Yeah, you have.
Instead of dreaming of Borgified sheep, he's been dreaming of coordinates.
You think I sleep?
You plug in, you go inactive for a while. Instead of Borg sheep, you get coordinates.
Yep.
As for the Roanoke Admiral, I was thinking we can do some show the flag skirmishes is against the Toth. Let them know that we're not messing around anymore. Given the Roanoke's slim profile, I would prefer more delicate operations. And so let's stay back and observe the Toth, see if we can catch them in illegal actions.
I would have to agree. We know that there is an unknown amount of Borg technology currently in Toth possession.
Oh, that's gonna complicate things.
Exactly. One ship going on strafing runs against them could cause larger ripples in the pond than we need right now.
Player question.
Yes.
Are the Toth a nation or an organization?
Based on what
Depends on who you ask. It really depends on who you ask, because international law is playground rules.
Yeah, unfortunately, it seems that the Toth have been dealing with various other powers and have been claiming themselves a nation.
Okay. Because,
officially,
having them be an act of war, technically.
Officially, according to the Federation, they are a rogue paramilitary or a organization and not a nation.
Yeah, in terms of, for us, it's not acts of war against a nation state. It's curtailing potential threats.
Yeah.
Policing action against a bunch of armed crazies. Got it. Okay.
However, there are other nations and who have said, no, this is totally a nation, and if you attack them, we will attack you. We have a defense pact with this little island nation. We like them.
But
and
on the other hand of that, it's the Tal Shiar saying that they're a nation. So do they speak for the Romulan Empire as a whole, or do they just speak to the Tal Shiar?
They speak for the Imperial Romulan in state, because right now the entire empire is in a state of civil war. There's the Imperial Romulan state that is following the Tal Shiar, and then I forgot what the other faction was called, something similar, but they're following the continuing council, the civilian leaders.
Wait, hang on. When did the Romulan Civil War start? Did I miss something?
About a year ago, but it's been on the far side of the Shackleton, so we haven't dealt with it.
Oh, okay.
This is what depends on the others.
Yeah.
Is there an Empress Fila faction?
That would probably be the Imperial Romulan state.
The Tal Shiar guys.
Yeah.
Because we know at some point Fila becomes head of the Tal Shiar.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Captain, you're the one who's been in the field. Captain Morin says, if you have any suggestions for our immediate missions for us, we'll definitely look into it.
Given the class of the Roanoke, I suggest either monitoring duties on the Toth front or conducting further explorations towards the fringes of the Shackleton that we have currently mapped out.
We're not much of a exploration in boat, but we can definitely put some monitoring grids around the Toth. wouldn't be a full-on embargo, but it'll at least be enough to know who's coming, who's going.
Yes. Well, plus you being more active in that area means that the sensor net is going to stay relatively up to date, as opposed to the one that the Stavanger put up. It doesn't seem to have lasted very long in terms of adequate data.
Well then, Admiral speaks up. Well then, it appears as we all have our missions. Stavanger, you will be making way to the Barcus colony and assisting in Captain Rowe and his project. Sorry, Commodore Rowe.
I was going to say, based off his reports, he had been promoted relatively recently.
You know how ranks are. Are they a change and you don't update the nomenclature? Meanwhile, the Roanoke will set up a observation and grid around the Toth and give us some idea who they've been talking to and trading with. And the Callisto will look for your lost colony of Exborg.
Again, Captain, I would caution you to use your best judgments. The Toth have access to several super weapons at this point. We don't exactly know what they've done with their Borg technology.
Just because I'm new out here, Captain, doesn't mean I'm a green spring chicken. I've been around the galaxy a few times.
You'll forgive me if I see several other brash captains who have gone a bit too far and gotten themselves way over their heads very quickly.
I appreciate the concern. Admiral speaks up. Well, if there's nothing else, you are all dismissed.
Very well, and I will begin preparations for our journey to the last known location of the Harpo. Hopefully nothing further happens between now and our arrival there.
Knowing our luck.
And with that, which focus? Admiralty focus is going to be set at frontier development. Everyone has the free focus of frontier development. Commander Arden and walks over to you, Captain. Just let me know. Just let me know when you're ready to take off, and I will get you in communication with Project Enduring Friendship.
Very well. I'd like to give my crew some time to familiarize themselves with the new ship before we head out. It shouldn't take longer than 24 hours.
Mark, Pharaoh Marcus comes up. I'm sure if you want to do a shakedown cruise en route, that could be that'll be fine, so long as you don't go into anything too rough.
That would be a wise precaution. I think taking a shakedown cruise to Chet would be in order. Get diplomatic relations rolling with them sooner rather than later.
Very well. Again, keep us as apprised of your timetable.
As soon as my crew has boarded the Stavanger, we'll be heading out to the Chatterow.
Wait, are we going to Chetara or the Harp?
We're going to Chatterow for a shakedown cruise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you kind of got distracted from the context.
Yes, I did.
And yes, I have gone insane.
No, it makes sense. It would be on the way.
And we've got to get them understanding that they just can't take anything they want and just give it to other people.
Kia Morin. And Kia Morin approaches Venix. Right, he's not here. I keep losing players.
The juggling act.
Over there in the corner.
It's a juggling act.
Sorrel is here to do whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, we have Sorrel now.
Captain and Renara approaches you, Commander. Well, I know someone unlike you would love to be on a Luna class, but the Sovereign class has some pretty good sensors as well. And you're muted. And Sorrel, I am talking to you.
Sorry, didn't realize. Hello. What are we talking? So, please repeat.
Yeah. Captain and Runara, who's the captain of the Luna class, as the Callisto approaches you and just makes small talk about sensors and exploration out here.
Sensors. Well, I give the captain a overly detailed and quite laborious discussion of all the numerous aspects of sensor weaknesses, the things that need to be improved. Why Starfleet should have advanced sensors as a standard part of every starship, and really why has this never been done up to this point? And isn't that crazy? I mean, it's sensors. It's how we know what's going on around us. It's the most important thing.
Oh, he agrees. He dives headfirst in that conversation. He's quite calm and thoughtful all about it, but he definitely has that mischievous glint in his eye when in talking about like deep space tachyon on oscillations and.
Oh, Sorrel and this captain, we can be friends.
Yes. Yeah, he is nerding out. He was formerly a science officer before he went to command track. And it shows.
We left.
Is it just right?
Right.
To be fair, Sorrel now has two friends who were science turned command.
Yep. And he looks forward to as he knows your record, or he kind of read up on some of the senior staff, so he's seen some things you've done. And he shares a quite charming story about this scientific phenomenon on this like weird subspace field that he had to scan, and he had to slingshot a probe through temporal distortion, but he had to double time the clock in order to account for. Yeah, he went deep.
How about the time that I had to send our drone into a geosynchronous orbit just to provide us sensor data as the entire universe was about to explode.
Yes.
for geeking out. It's great. Yes, this is
Abs-
wonderful.
abs-
Cyril is super into this.
Absolute geeking out. Well, I look forward to a joint mission between our vessels, or maybe if Smith is done with you, I could borrow your expertise for a day or so.
That would be wonderful.
He's asking to steal my first officer for 2 days.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Venice, how do you feel about being my first officer while he's been? All right, you can talk.
I mean, do you have something to say about this? Yes, Smith, as it's obvious
I
that.
don't know about this. I had already left.
All right.
They were
Not
talking
one
in
for
the
small
conference
talk,
room.
eh, Captain?
I was in the hall. I was in the hallway heading towards my ship. Fine. Fine.
All right.
3 is just awkwardly standing next to Sorel because it's that thing where it's just like he doesn't know what to do socially, so he's just staying with a person he knows.
The captain's left him alone with Sorel, and Sorel was just geeking out with and ignoring him.
Well, there was one scene, I wanted to get to.
Okay.
Well, we'll make that fit in the timeline.
Flashback.
Or just carry or have seen in etc.
Not quite.
Weird.
I'm gonna say, as everything's being set up, Sorrel and Smith, you find there's like a lull in activity. Everything's kind of being everything's set up. Your cruise is getting packed up. The final preparations are being done on the ship. She'll be ready in 12 hours. So, you guys are winding down for the night over either a board game or like a small holographic of a game in the captain's quarters. Just two old friends and it's playing chess.
Is it the chessboard that has like 3 of them stacked on top of each other?
It's 3D chess. Yeah.
I didn't want to presume, but yeah, you two are playing 3D chess against each other and talking about recent events and future events. And scene.
Action.
None of us want to be the one to start it. That's why you start this.
And you're just sitting awkwardly in silence as you move one piece after another. The tension crackling between you two.
Fine, I'll start this. So, Sorrel, what is your opinions on our 2 newest captains to the Shackleton?
Let me tell you about this amazing captain I just was introduced to. He is the greatest, and I go on for 5 minutes.
After the first 2 minutes, you just see Smith tapping the king against the board. Well, if you think he's that amazing, I could put your transfer in for you.
I mean, I have no interest in transferring, Captain. I'm quite happy in my post. I found the captain quite endearing and intriguing and competent, and I just start listing a bunch of adjectives that are positive.
You see the attack eyebrows go into even more attack mode.
Okay, so Captain, just to I made a few notes in my log. I've noted a bit of erratic behavior on your part lately. We've known each other for a long time, but of course separated for many years. So I'm trying to get to know the Captain Smith that is Captain Smith of today, as opposed to the Captain Smith I might recall from our earlier years, and adjust to your leadership style. But I don't know, man. Is something going on? Are you feeling okay?
I would say the same. Your years with Captain Rost seems to have altered you as well.
Certainly, his leadership style was distinct from yours. I like to think I'm adaptable, infinite diversity and infinite combinations, of course. But I just it seems that the weight of the captaincy has settled heavily upon your brow. Got a little literary there, sorry.
Yes, well.
And
I've also held captaincy since 435.
is it the Borg vector? That was my operative hypothesis, but
Not just that. The position of the fleet, captain of a flagship, is not exactly one that I'm attracted to everywhere.
it's a great responsibility.
I was planning to remain with the original Stavanger until their retirement, which I had planned on being for my 80th birthday. Now it seems I'll have to postpone that for another couple of decades.
Does I do sometimes forget the sort of human horizon is distinct from the Vulcan horizon with regards to lifespan, and while when we were younger we were closer in sort of life stages, you've moved considerably past where I currently persist.
I think I still have another 30, 40 years before my lifespan runs out.
Certainly, and I don't think this is a matter of acuity. I just I don't do emotions very well, but the way I would characterize it, based on study and research, is you've been a little prickly and a little standoffish, particularly with our new crew. And I think that has perhaps led to certain awkwardness, uncomfortableness, and from a ship's performance standpoint, a certain amount of inefficiency in our processes, because I think there's a feeling that the captain isn't, that your reactions may not be as predictable as I think they need to be as captain. So I'm giving you that as feedback. Take it as you will. I'm your XO. That's my job. I think maybe a little bit more of a looser hand with the crew might allow the crew an opportunity to show that they can innovate and operate in ways that will surprise and excite you.
Unfortunately, given our current position, as well as the eyes that are now on us. I don't know how much I'll understand. I'm actually a full
Well, you're the captain, and I will continue to try to provide you the honest feedback that I can as your XO. And in my opinion, we're not at a great place on the ship at the moment. Of course, we don't even have a ship. We're about to take on a new ship, which adds a whole additional vector of both stress and difficulty. So I'm here as a resource if you need me, and of course you have my full support, and you will always have my full support as your XO. But I also need to be frank with you with regards to my opinions, because that's how you can make your best decisions.
I would also ask that if I refuse to see someone, that you respect that.
Certainly, Captain. I do have to use my own judgment, of course. If I judge that a situation is an emergency or that situation demands it, I'm going to make that point to you. But
unfortunately,
you are the captain. If you make all the decisions. So
unfortunately, the incident I'm referring to is when you barged into my ready room, trying to make a case for giving Cree a commission.
I might have been overly direct in that point, Captain, but I stand by the points I made. I believe they were valid.
At that time, there was no logical argument you could have made to me.
Well, I don't really feel like we got into it. And your reaction was quite extreme. But again, I'm here to support you as your XO. I'm here to help you fulfill your responsibilities as captain of the ship. And that is what I will do to the best of my ability. I would just ask that I just ask that you give some consideration to my feedback, and well, you can take it from there.
Then in that vein, moving away from this unpleasantness for now, your opinions on Captain Morin and my assertion that she should use more caution in her actions, especially in terms of the Toth and her current mission of observing them.
Yes, I think caution with the Toth is always recommended. I agree with you on that, Captain.
Your opinions on her attitude towards straight and to ripple the pond?
Yes, a little bit cavalier, a little bit risky from my perspective.
Reminds me of the captain we had around the time of 359 and into the Dominion War.
Yes, I see your point.
How many did we lose during the Dominion War because they charged forward ahead of the fleet?
Too many.
I worry that she is one more in that bucket.
That is a fair point, Captain. I have similar concerns.
And given that I've been put on the fleet, that means that the ships in this fleet are also under my eyes as well as the Admiral's.
Yes. We are, as they say, wading in deeper pools.
Well,
And,
hopefully at some point during this we see that.
That captain is a bit of a random vector, and attention and guidance is probably essential to avert potential disaster there.
I think we should make a point of checking in with them every now and then.
That seems like a wise course, Captain.
onto our faked out crews. What are your impressions of the Chet?
Of the Chet, a very interesting species, very agitated, very active, very desirous to push forward. Not to put too fine a point, but from my memory, even as a young Vulcan, there's a certain parallel to humanity as it broke forward with its Warp 5 ship constructed in the wake of a world war. Their natural capacities I'm not sure they're charted, and but they must be directed in a positive direction. If they were to be incorporated by nefarious groups, that could be very, very bad for everyone.
Is there that we have an agreement? Unfortunately, unlike humanity, they've already been exploring their part of the galaxy without guidance. And it has cost several people quite dearly.
Yes, I think guidance and advice to the extent that we can provide it to the Chet, and also learning and understanding to further understand what it is that motivates them, what it is that kind of generates their intense desire to learn and know and explore is, I think, the fundamental mission of that we're out here. It's literally exploring strange new worlds and encountering strange new civilizations. So I see it as a priority one kind of interaction that Starfleet should be efforting with respect to the Chet. The Chet could be the key to this whole political mess that we have here in the Shackleton.
I think that might be overselling them just a bit.
Perhaps.
I don't think one species in the Shackleton is to a longing peace. I think a cooperative more the key to it.
And you may be right about that, Captain. I would simply point out that whether or not they are the key or not the key, I think securing them as an ally of the Federation and directing them in positive behavior with respect to the Shackleton Expanse is something we should absolutely prioritize.
We should prioritize peaceful cooperation of every species in the Shackleton, not one over the others.
Okay. Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah, the irony is not lost on you guys that 200 years ago, there was another young upstart species who reckless behavior and bold demeanor managed to unite themselves and 3 other species who were previously at war with each other.
Mm-hmm. The irony is it's representatives of those 2 species that are doing this. I believe it's getting late, and I expect a departure at 0800 tomorrow for Chetera.
Indeed, Captain. Peace and long life.
Live long and prosper.
Nods and turns on a dime and walks out.
All right. Anyone else have scenes they want to do before we shove off?
Any scenes on Narendra, or we go straight to Chetera? Much to my chagrin and K9's joy.
Hey, Arthur. One thing I'd like to do is Do the Chet have any particular strategic advantage as far as location, resources, technology, anything like that? Is there like a, Shackleton Wikipedia that is available for what we know?
As far as the, are you looking for just like like nation power or of the Chet or any advantages they have? Or
Well, like, is their location in the Shackleton particularly good for, anything? Is it a crossroads? Does their system have any resources that are unique? Do they have any technology or whatever that is unique that would be, beneficial to the Federation?
let me pull up the map, drag you guys to it.
They have a mine made out of pure dilithium or something like that, or moon made out of dilithium.
Moon made out of lithium. What?
We'd have to carefully mine that, otherwise it's another praxic issue.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there as a, kind of the thing I'm looking for.
One more thing to worry about.
They're kind of across roads. They're definitely one of the systems like nearby Ajati that if it was it was like a junction point to trade routes, people can head to Cheddar and then go north deeper into the Shackleton. I don't recall if there's any. There's not like any particular resource or as heavy that they have. If there's something specific you're fishing for, or you have momentum, you can spend for it.
There's nothing specific. I'm just looking for, reasons that it would be beneficial to boost our relationship with the Chet.
You're looking for a justification.
You could look at the Chet's profile within the various captains' dealings with them and see that if they aren't pointed in the right direction, they will quickly go in the wrong direction.
However, you do. Actually, that's a little obscure. Go ahead and make a roll for that. This is going to be Reason Command, difficulty 3. If you want, you could be doing this throughout everything else. You could ask another player for help, another PC.
I'll ask Sorrel for assistance since we seem to be on a similar page here.
I will provide that assistance.
Yeah. This could be like before our launch. So, you guys are in a lab.
Are we like covering our bases for when what's his bucket suit guy asks why we're talking to these people?
Yeah. What's the long game here?
I'm looking for cards to stack in my deck that support the argument that having a relationship with Chet is a beneficial thing.
Okay. Yeah, Sorrel, you can definitely assist. Venex and Narendra Station.
What are the attributes and disciplines?
Reason Command. You can also use Science if you want to approach it from that angle.
That's the same thing for me, so I'm good.
Yep. Let's see. Shackleton Fleet. Where did I put the station? Where's the station at?
Will you accept leadership as a focus?
I'm looking more for like xenoanthropology, sociology.
I'm pretty happy to do that. I used to have that. Sorry.
The one time I would be useful, you go to Sorrel.
Ha!
Would computers as a focus help since we're kind of, Data
I'll-
diving.
I will take computers as you are data diving.
Computers of it. I'm not jump on that.
Okay. And +1 for exceptional reason for me.
Yes.
Here comes my roll. There we go.
There it is. All right. It was just a different symbol than I thought. All right. Computers. Command. Stations are awesome. Very awesome. Gain a momentum off that.
Excellent.
Sociology, like anthropology, sociology wise, we don't know a whole bunch about them. They do have a very strong culture of learning and innovating. In fact, it was kind of frightening how quickly because when the Gungnir first met them, they were in like warp 2 vessels. And within 6 months, they've already kicked out their own Warp 5 vessel. So, they're
That's
very
a little scary.
Yeah, they're very quick on adapting and shaking up new technology.
Which is why having them on the right path is better than letting them go down the top path.
Having a Chet with their air mind in actually, you think about it, and having a Chet engineering officer on board or on board a Starfleet vessel would be quite interesting as they would like constantly be tweaking things. Sometimes they get things wrong, but mostly they're basically constantly evolving technologically wise. So the constant iterations and allow them to blindly fumble their way to the most optimal path. I am explaining this so poorly. They evolve.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, they evolve technologically very, very quickly because they do a lot of iterations very quickly. However, because of their lack of focus, they can easily get distracted and chase down.
Oh god, a Medicaid chat would be unstoppable.
Oh no.
Give them Adderall.
No.
You sure that wouldn't make him calm?
Yeah, that's the issue. What happens?
Oh, did they focus? Oh no.
You've seen chaos, madness, unfinished work, focus madness, oh so many finished things.
When did you become an expert in theoretical particle physics?
Last night.
I read everything in your database in 5 hours.
Hey now, that's 3's job.
I even read 3's database.
The Chet are coming to steal our jobs.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's not much else known about them, and because diplomatic efforts to the Chet have been timid so far, and there hasn't been in like a dedicated sociological study of them.
Any ambassador or anthropologist been sent there or anything like that?
Not yet. They do have an embassy on. They do have an embassy on Narendra, but it's like very light level stuff. Basically, they're still at the shaking hands, getting to know each other, and setting up protocols on how we talk. Any other questions or there are advantages that we want to pitch at? If you guys want a dilithium moon, you can absolutely spend for it. I'm okay with that. That would be fun.
I vote yes. Let's add to the chaos.
No.
Did you know that the Chet are sitting atop of a giant ball of natural resources?
I think that would be an extraordinarily bad idea of biblical proportions.
Okay, entirely fair.
You see this ball right here? This is the normal ball. You see this ball over here that is pulsing and looks like it's about to pop? This is the Chet ball. We don't mess with the Chet ball.
I mean, we could. You could create the advantage well-structured argument or justification or something, because I know at some point this three-piece suit's gonna roll up and be like,
Yeah, let's go with mission plan clearly laid out, every detail on the cards.
I will allow.
Why we're going there?
Yeah.
Why we're going there? What we intend to do, and how we intend to accomplish the goals. There's nothing. There's no redacted information. There's nothing hidden. This is what we're doing.
At this stage, not directly set that up, but this will make a well-reasoned argument to this just be a well-researched and well-reasoned argument to put in that letter for later.
Yeah. This is based on the fact that Vanix is the one spearheading this. This is the strategic information as to why we need to go there.
Yeah. So,
Smith will add more reasons why we need to do it later.
So advantage, well reasoned. Yeah, well laid out tactical analysis.
could say strategic justification.
There we go. That's the word I'm looking for.
We let the Chet fall to further chaos, then the whole galaxy is doomed. Just look at K9.
I misspelled so many words in that. That was a lot of college level words there.
Look at all those words that have 3 T's where they shouldn't be. This is where I make authors second guess if you put 3 T's in a word.
Probably. I don't know what to do with my keyboard or anymore.
I mean, you could check to see who's actually in your chat and can see what. Very clearly, I'm not there.
Hold on, trying to fix things.
You keep trying to fix things, then you break them more. What are you doing? Everything is fine. Now we begin our journey to Chenra.
Yep. All right, so that's all set. We're making good television right now.
I think with the fact that we have an hour to midnight
Yep.
Eastern, it's going to be a very touch-based kind of shakedown mission for the chat.
I wasn't planning on doing a shakedown mission today.
Okay. So mission two.
Well,
mission two.
yeah.
Okay, so it's just flipped in terms of timeline-wise what we're doing next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't actually get to discuss anything that happened this coming Wednesday in next Thursday's game. The next Thursday, that is free game.
Yeah. All right. So we're flipping the timeline. But we'll figure that out. All right.
I mean, if we really want to, this is a good stopping point.
I was thinking the same thing. Do we want to write up that report to hand to Mr. 3P Suit?
Yes.
All right. You do have one advantage. Anyone else want to pitch in with advantages?
The one actively writing this?
You'd be the one actively writing this, but you can prep with some advantages.
Okay.
If you want to do research.
You know what? Let's research the cultural significance of the chat. What they bring to the table.
Okay. Using commands. Diff 3 assisted by station's computers command.
Okay. Can I add xenoarchaeology to this?
Increase comp, but yes.
I will take it.
Yeah.
And you can have a threat.
All right.
Onwards and downwards. Like I said, xenoarchaeology can actually show you the trends in a culture's evolution. And
yep, that's why I was.
That's an ongoing species.
Yep, that's why I accepted it. It can show you like overall trends.
Mm-hmm. This is why the chat's civilization is culturally significant and needs to be preserved as best as our ability is able to.
Wait, who are you and what did you do with the captain?
I've gone temporarily insane.
Let's see. Not that music.
Player hates every bit of what he's saying. Captain,
but a good player
is intrigued as a diplomat and as a scientist to study the
but
chat.
a good player will metagame and lean into maybe the obvious plot. All right.
Leaning into the plot. The chat are a danger.
All right. 2 momentum generated. Culturally, what they bring. They surprisingly don't have any traditions.
Okay, so they don't have any traditions, but their sense of being is still very tied to them.
Yeah, they don't have any traditions, as in, and they are constantly like shaking their own culture and see what falls off.
Yeah, but there's very clear trends on what has stuck around the longest.
What has stuck around and the longest are exploration, discovery, and just a general culture of excitement and for our learning.
So their traditions are exploration and learning.
Yeah.
So they do have traditions.
I'll say that. Yeah, there is that ancestral line. They don't have.
Their enthusiasm for learning about others and exploring the galaxy as a whole mirrors the early days of the United Earth, United Earth, and the Enterprise's exploration.
Very much so.
That is being put in there. That is being put into the thing.
Absolutely. Any other questions or advantages?
Yes. Q momentum advantage for parallels between early Earth exploration.
All right.
Let's throw that at the human. See if that brings up like, oh god, we are just finding more of ourselves out there.
Great. Excellent. All right.
You're on the long road with the rest of us.
3.
Are Chet values compatible with Federation values?
That would be a different role, but you can definitely look into that.
Okay.
Reason command difficulty 4. You're like looking at a hypothetical.
Okay. Psychology is the focus.
Yes.
You could have
3.
Yep. Could I also swing diplomat as a focus, since I was looking at the various values of not only core member species but also potential also the changing diplomatic climate of the Federation.
I will take diplomat as a trait, diff 3.
Okay. Yay. And onwards. And reload.
And
Yay.
station. Station can like barely fail. Alright. Game one back.
Yeah.
I'm not
They
taking
have to roll a 19 or 20 to fail.
Yeah.
In this particular instance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have that thing. Chet values and the Chet values comparatively to the Federation's values.
Yeah, they would be fairly closely aligned, and
Okay.
especially just like exploration and IDEC especially. So
it still comes back to the parallels between early Earth exploration.
Mm-hmm. They also share that unbridled enthusiasm that Bolians have. So not just the founding members, but new members of the Federation. Bolians are exceptionally chipper and happy and enthusiastic for life. If they would get along well with Chet.
I think we have enough to put in there that it'll be incredibly hard for him to argue with other senators that we shouldn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm also going to send a copy to the council, just in the off chance that he tries to edit it.
Nice. All right.
I still have a few friends in the council chamber.
Definitely be something to spend the reputation on.
Yep.
All right. So talking to the guy.
Should we get a bowling ambassador to chat?
That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. So convince the guy to do the thing against my deeply held beliefs. Higher rank. And that. also have friends in high places.
I think resolving this is about the last I can do. I have to go take care of everything after this.
Yeah, this one thing, and then a quick RP scene. Will be out.
Okay.
Communications command. So all things said and done. Control command diff 7 to write this report. You do have some advantages though.
How many advantages do we have outside of mine and the ships?
The ones you just created. So you have the parallels, the dissertation, and there was one more early on.
So we have the parallels between Jet and United Earth.
Mm-hmm.
We have their cultural significance.
Yes.
We have their strategic tactical report.
Uh-huh.
Significance. So that's 3. So right out the bat, that's diff 4. Let's add diplomat from me as a trait.
Absolutely. That's is 4 and 5.
And add olive branch and renowned from the Stavanger.
Did you bring this down to a diff 0?
I believe I did.
All right, it's diff 0.
You can have a threat. I have diplomacy as a focus.
Absolutely.
And I just want to poke this bear at you just a little bit more. Diplomacy is the first and last solution to anything.
I'll take another.
Add one.
Yep, I'll take another threat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Downwards.
Yeah, that value absolutely hits.
Sometimes for me.
Yep.
No, I want to go fishing. Oh, I'm using that. I'm using 2 of that momentum I just generated to quash that red 0.
Yep. As you write up a scathing speech about.
And I'm using that float and one more for the advantage. Copy sent to Federation Council directly.
Absolutely. Anyone else you want to send this to?
Yeah. Let's send this to Starfleet Command as well.
2 more. Take it. Yep.
And your 4th grade social studies teacher.
No, I sent it to my professor at the
You
academy.
split in an affinitive. How dare you? I taught you better than that.
I sent it to my xenoarchaeology professor at the academy. It's fine.
All right. Last scene of the night.
Okay.
Welcome to your new ship.
It's all shiny and blue.
Oh, I get a console. That's nice.
You get a console. Yeah, you don't have to move to use your side stuff anymore.
That's good.
You step onto the bridge. All senior staff's there. Everything's all set.
Where's tactical?
I mean, it could either be one, or it could be one of these 2.
Yeah,
Or
that's
you could have a seat if you wanted.
go left or right there. Two.
I mean, this is a new ship. We can choose what stations we actually want to have for what, except for these 2 here.
I can't control my icon.
Tiny Sorrel is not movable.
Gotcha.
I think having the doctor be on my left would be a good idea.
All right.
Got 3. There he is.
And then let's see who else will be on the bridge.
I think
We
it
have
was
someone
the
at ops.
Barris.
Barris at ops.
Yeah. We've been putting well.
You want him ops, or do you want him down here next to 3?
Take data speed. Data always drops me as the officer. It's always there.
Yep. All right. All stations, report in.
Science. Here.
Yeah. Just chime in with our station and how's the reporting for ERP.
XO reports station nominal.
Tactical's nominal.
Engines are all set. Three, how's your station?
We have lost 3 to the void.
Three.
I bet he's loving. He's got those fingers just.
Okay, I think it.
You're talking, we're not hearing.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Discourse is giving us all. Discourse is giving us all sorts of trouble today.
I think with this and
All the tech
time just time crunch for me. Just
Okay.
carry on.
Guys, I fixed it.
Finally.
There's 3.
I set it to voice to talk.
Stop explaining too.
Sorry. Board looks good. And 3 is gonna direct interface with it because that's his thing.
Okay.
All right.
Captain Smith, last words.
Crew of the Stavanger, our new chapter aboard the Stavanger A is about to begin. The flagship of the Shackleton fleet, and the diplomatic envoy of the Federation. We will go boldly. We will do great things, not only for the Federation, but the Shackleton as a whole. There you go.
Smith, say clear all moorings.
Oh,
Yeah.
Clear all moorings.
As
Clear.
Let's see what's out there.
as the ship in the gantry, he tethers, pull back from the ship. She starts lighting up. Running lights turn on warp nacelles fill with if that rolling aim plasma as she starts making her way under her own power. 3.
Mr. 3, set course to Chedra.
Course laid in, Captain.
USS Stavanger, this is a station in command. Three, if you can request permission to disembark.
This is the USS Stavanger A, requesting permission to depart dry dock.
USS Stavanger, you are cleared here for departure. Maintain aim speed, need 1/4 impulse, else until long range of planetary system. Then you are free and cleared to navigate.
Captain, we are clear.
Mr. 3, warp 6. Onwards.
Alright, Captain. And the ship jumps to warp.
Boop 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 boop. And with that, we end tonight's episode. Push the button, doing things, and hi.
Alright. I hate Discord. I hate my mic. I hate whatever the frick is going on with my stupid system. I hate it so much.
Yeah,
I changed nothing.
everyone.
Literally changed.
Yeah, everyone's having hardware issues. And with that, the credits will roll. Be sure to catch us next week, Thursday, 7 p.m. here on Twitch, to catch our next adventure on the Frontier. Thank you to our awesome players here tonight. Music provided by Kevin Macload. You can check out his royalty-free music at incompetech.com. We are forever grateful to Modifius for giving us the tall ship, and to Gene Roddenberry for giving the stars to guide us. Until we meet again, go out and find your next adventure.
you